Okay, can you see anything on it?
Yeah, I see that. Okay, go over to your left. Straighten it up. It's crooked. Okay, that's good. Okay, are you in field goal?
I'm gonna sit next to you.
Okay. We probably just have to lean in a little bit. We got to sit close.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But look on there and tell me what you see. Is what I'm saying.
Are you on now?
I thought I would. It say live.
I don't see it.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Okay.
Okay. Tell me what you see on there.
You. I see you.
Okay. It's delayed.
Okay. But you got no battery? No?
Not anymore.
Yeah, it is delayed.
You talking? Can you see yourself?
Yeah, I can see myself.
Can you see the 3 chairs?
I can see one. I can see one chair.
Just you?
And this one. We're just gonna have to fit it closer.
Okay. What about now?
Yeah, as soon as y'all sit in, I could probably see a little bit better.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. Amen. Okay.
Phyllis trying to hide. You ain't gonna be able to see her.
She's gonna have to scoot. She's gonna have to scoot in a little bit more closer.
Well, she trying to hide anyway. But she don't feel well.
Who's on?
So far, just you.
I see somebody else.
Okay, well, talk to him.
I can't see from there.
It don't matter what their name is.
Hi. Welcome. Hey. We're going to get started in a little bit. How come I can't see it over here? I could sing, but I'm not. I ain't gonna sing. Well, like I said, we're going to get started in a little bit. This is the Virtuous Divas Book Club.
Virtuous Divas.
Virtuous Divas Book Club.
Virtuous Divas.
Divas Book Club. We're talking about 2 books today. We did last month, and it was really, 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 really good. We like to hear from you as we begin to talk about these books. We're doing 2 books this evening, and I'm going to let the apostle talk about the books first so she can tell you what it was about. But I had so much pleasure in reading the books. It exposed a lot to myself just as a woman and as a black woman. Seeing the different things that people do, say, or something like that, it really got me to look at myself, and it opened me up for a lot of what can I say? It opened me up to see more than I ever saw before, especially concerning our black community, the black woman, and the black man, and the young adults. So I'm saying stay with us right now and listen to us. And then we want to hear on what you have to say as well. Okay?
Oh, good evening, everybody. For those of you who are tuning in, are on now, we bless God for you this evening. We have some interesting books. I believe that it will incite a real good discussion. You all can't see her real clear, but to my left, when she decides that she want to speak today, she don't feel too well and her voice is a little raspy. But to my left, we have Elder Phyllis Rose, and of course to my right, who's been talking to you on tonight, is Big Sexy.
That's what they call me.
Prophetess Nichelle Hine, and that's with 2 to 3 X's in that sexy. Amen. Tonight we're gonna start out with talk. Y'all know I gotta write things down because I'm 51.
Okay.
Don't tell nobody that. I still claim 25.
She's been doing it for over 14 years.
But I write things down so I don't forget what I want to talk about and what I want to say. And of course, y'all know me. My mouth will open if something come up. It'll all come out. We bless you all as you all chime in. Y'all know I can't see. She gonna have to tell me who you are.
Brandon is on the line.
Hi, Brandon. Hey. Hi, how you doing?
Hi,
I don't know if you read the books, but you can help us discuss. We could get a man's point of view. What'd he say?
He said 51. You look good, Chief.
I know I do. Right. Yes, I do. I try to look good, and right now I'm having a hot flash, but it look good on me. Don't worry about it. I got it all handled, Brandon. I got it all handled.
Hey, baby.
Okay, so, but is my sister on yet? She knows she late.
No.
They always say I need to remind them. We put videos on, we put the pictures of the book up, and folks still act like I'm supposed to be a secretary.
Let me see.
Okay. We're going to be talking about the book by Bruce Bryan. He's just not that interested. Who wouldn't be interested in us? Who wouldn't be interested?
I know.
I may not. See here once again. See, this is like last time. I just started sweating. Y'all make me sweat. He's not that interested. He's just passing time. And Bruce Bryan give us 40 reasons as why a man would not be interested in a woman, and the signs to look for if he's really not interested, so that we won't waste our time. Now, I'm going to say this before I start talking about this book. I don't know if y'all ever saw the play Medea's Class Reunion. And Medea was going to her class reunion, and she was doing, age, she was doing age, and she was like, in your 20s, that's when you make all of your mistakes, you working things out as far as relationships. She said by the time you hit your 30s, between your 30s and your 40s, you basically know what you want, what you're looking for in a man. You've experienced life a little bit, so you know what you will and will not tolerate. And then she got to the 50 plus. I think that's about us right here. Yes. The 50 plus. She said when you 50 plus, you see the man afar off and you tell him, nope, turn around, back it up. I'm not even about to deal with it. So even before he approach you and run his 50 plus game, you already know I am not about to deal with this joker here. And I agree with that.
Yes.
At my age, I have a look. They tell me at the job I got a look. Be like, why are we even having conversation? I'm not rude. I'm not nasty. I just have a look that just said, why? Why are we having a conversation?
Hey, Deronda Bay. Hey, Pastor Bay.
Hey, Pastor Bay. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. It's good to see. Did anybody text my sister? Because y'all know she's going to say that.
I'm on this, so we can talk, because we got time to talk. So.
Okay, we got time to talk. Okay. So, the first chapter, he starts out saying, he'll never make you his. He'll never make you his girlfriend. Now we have men, y'all. Y'all help me. I believe in dating with a purpose.
Exactly.
I don't believe in dating 20 years and we not headed somewhere.
Exactly.
But sometimes in the first 6 months, you pretty much know, I think,
you do,
that a man, whether or not he's interested in pursuing something, if he want to go a little further than just taking me to the movies, something I can really pay for myself. But anyhow, he'll never make you his girlfriend. Now I got an issue with the girlfriend title. Because first of all, I'm not trying to be your girlfriend. If you decide that you were interested enough to ask me out, let me put my disclaimer in with Apostle Pearl. Really, don't take me to Red Lobster. I can afford that. I can afford Olive Garden. Y'all know I can afford Olive Garden. And I can afford a few other places that's a little more top of the line than Red Lobster and Olive Garden. I just believe if you're going to take a woman out, take her someplace she's never been, or she doesn't go that often because of the price range. Can I get somebody to say amen on that?
Well, amen and hallelujah.
I believe some thought should be put in it. Now,
Yes,
I don't expect a man to spend $1 million on the first date. No, I do not. Let me put that disclaimer in. But I think you should look like something.
Yes.
On the first date.
You just want to show me a good time.
Yeah, show me a good time.
Impress me.
Impress me. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm not easily impressed. Y'all blame that on my father. I'm not easily impressed. I'm not. I was blessed to grow up with my father in the house, and he did things for me and my sister. So we're not easily impressed. So you're gonna have to impress me. But back to the girlfriend title. I don't want to be a girlfriend. I'm wife material.
That's right.
I'm wife
That's right.
material.
That's right.
And so you need to treat me, if you decide this is what we're going to do, I don't want you to make me your girlfriend.
That's right.
I'm not trying to be a girlfriend. I'm wife material. Women, you have to know who you are. Mm-hmm. You have to know that you're wife material.
Exactly.
If you don't want to be a wife, then that's something different. But if it is your desire to become a man's wife, then you need to be wife material from the beginning. Okay? You have to pay attention to how a man introduces you.
Oh, that's so true. Ooh, that's
Okay,
so true.
how you feel about that?
Listen very clearly. Hear him for what he says. If he says that you are a friend, be that friend. That friend. If he does not introduce you as a woman, know that he's not on that level. I want women to know, when you talk to a man and he begins to respond back to you, listen closely. Women have a hard time believing in what a man says, and you want to ad lib to everything that he says, but he's not saying that. So we get caught up in the mess. Well, I thought that you said, no, you thought wrong. He truly said, this is my friend. Act on that. Be that. Don't cross the line to be anything else. Because listen, when a man says that you're just his friend, he believes that. You too. You should too.
I believe most men, you got some jokers. We ain't gonna talk about that. You just got some jokers. But the average man, I believe he says what he means, and he means what he says. I think what happens where we get lost in the translation is we hear what we want to happen and not necessarily what he is saying.
Yes.
We hear the girlfriend word.
We hear it.
Even though he has not said it. I say this. You can't raise a man. You can't change a man. Only God can do that. And then he has to want to change. But we're gonna get into that. So pay attention to how he introduces you. Because how he introduces you
is the way that he sees you.
I've known young ladies to hear a man say, this is my friend, and they just believe, oh, that's just this month. By next month, he's going to change his mind, and I'm going to be his girlfriend. You're going to be his friend in November, and when December roll in, you're going to be his friend in December. I don't care if he's nice to you. I don't care if he talks nice to you. If he say you are his friend until he say different, that's who you are. And we need to stop trying to change. If you don't want to be a friend, I suggest you walk away and leave that joker standing where he's standing because you desire something else.
Especially
you might have to lean in, baby. They can hear you with that.
Especially the women that already go into maybe just a friendship with it on their mind that they're already the girlfriend. They already have that mindset that this is going to be my man, and the subject has never come up because some women take kindness, being shown attention, as a sign that they want you, and it's not the case. Some men are raised
this ranks right up there with the pastor is my husband, but he's already married.
Yeah.
You gotta
you know what it is. You know what it is.
Right.
You know what it is.
You gotta know right off. Women, you can't go into you can't even go into a friendship thinking the man is yours.
We need to understand that as he introduces us and we pay attention, sometimes a man is just emotionally. This is what he states in his book. Now, I'm going to say this. I like the book. I like it. I think it helped me a little bit. It helped me to understand that I am wife material. It helped me. I'm going to get to what I was saying. It helped me to it just confirmed. That's what I want to say. It confirmed how I already felt about some things.
Exactly.
That maybe I was like, well, maybe my standards are too high.
No.
Let me say this. Sometimes our standards are not high enough.
Right.
Our standards are not too high. I was listening. I don't listen to him often, but I was listening this morning, and Derek Jackson said it. He said, "Don't lower your standards because a man can't meet them."
Exactly.
It just means he's not the one for you. Now we know we ain't talking about them standards that Superman can't even meet as he leaped the building with one bound in a single bound. But we're talking about some serious standards that make sense. Like the standard of a man should have a job. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. But a man can be emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
He's not that into you because he's emotionally unavailable. Meaning you don't really tap into anything. You might have good conversation, but there's no connection. He's emotionally unavailable, or he's not that into you because all he want to do is text. He never calls. And then when a call is made, you are the one who initiates the call.
Right.
Let me say this. By nature, men are hunters.
Exactly.
And men pursue who they want.
That's right.
Even if it's just a game, they pursue who they want.
They know who they
Really,
want.
I gotta chase you.
Listen.
That's why God put in His word, "He who finds a wife, not her who chases a man because he cute."
Yeah.
That's not in the word.
That's not in the word.
It's not in the word. So you shouldn't always be making a contact. My friend taught me this. Her name is Prophetess Charlene Bowie. She has a Coffee Break with Charlie. Y'all can find her on Facebook and Instagram. I'm gonna put a plug in there for her. Awesome work. I'm telling you, she's doing some things politically, but her passion is domestic violence and human trafficking. She got it going on right there with her foundation. But she said something to me one day and it just clicked. I already operated in this, but she just sort of like put a name to it. She said, "I only call a man when I'm calling him back."
Ooh, that's good.
That makes sense.
I don't call him first. She said, "I never called him first. When I call him, it's because I'm returning a call that he made." I said,
Right.
That makes sense.
I'm worthy of being pursued.
Raise your hands, ladies, for real.
I'm worthy of being pursued. I am a catch. Now, I might not be your kind of ball that go in the glove. I got it. But I'm somebody's ball that'll fit right in his glove.
What you say? I'm somebody's cup of tea.
I might not be your cup of tea, but I'm somebody's cup of tea. So I'm worthy of being pursued and not pursuing you. If I have to pursue you, then really what you're telling me is you really have no interest in me. The second chapter was dating a man boy.
Hey,
Now,
Beth.
Hi, Bev. You either a man or a boy. This man boy, this hyphen. You a man or you're not. At
Either or.
At my age, you a man or you're not. Bottom line. That texting, that's what he called that man boy, immature. In a relationship, communication should evolve. You might start out texting, but at some point, don't a man want to hear a woman's voice?
It should evolve to the
It should evolve to, conversation on the telephone. How you gonna get to know me by texting me?
You can't.
You really can't hear my heart in a text. You can't hear my laughter in a text. You can't hear me smile. I said hear me smile because you can hear somebody smile.
You can.
You can't hear me smile in a text. So you need to call me. You need to be able to identify my voice from all the other voices. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is to pick up the phone. Ring, ring. Angel, what your thing say? Ring, ring, pick up the phone.
Call
ring,
me.
ring. Dating a man, ladies, a man, M-A-N, should have a job. Let me say that again. A man should have a job. He should have a job. Even if he's self-employed, he should be working. Hey, Cent, he should be working.
Yeah, he should be.
A man should have a job.
If not a legitimate hustle.
He should have a legitimate.
Jobs, if they're between jobs.
If they're between jobs, he needs to be doing something.
Yeah.
And a real man will.
Yeah.
A real man will not lay up on a woman.
Exactly.
Let me say that again.
Exactly.
If you agree, find that emoji that raises the hand. I want to raise the hand. Send me some stars. What you get on these? Hearts, hearts.
Let me see your stars.
Diamonds. I don't care if they squares. A man should have a job. The Bible says if a man don't work, he don't eat. Why? We were at church Sunday. We went to visit another church, and the pastor addressed this.
Yes, he did.
He addressed this. What is wrong with a woman who's taking care of a man like he's one of her children?
Something wrong with that.
If you can't be helped, you need not be hindrance. Come on, don't make me
so
preach
right.
at the book club.
You are so right.
I'm going to say this again. Women, a man needs a job.
Say it again.
Job. That's what he needs. If you getting up every day, going to work, and you leaving him on the couch, something is wrong. What the pastor say? He dropping you off in the car that you paying the note on, waving goodbye to you to go back to the couch.
Yeah.
Ain't no man dropping me off, and he don't work. I'm going to drop myself off, and he going to figure out. Wait. He gonna figure out how he gonna afford to move out of my house. I can't have no man.
Hey,
that don't
Pastor
work.
Dotson.
Hi, Pastor Dotson. Come on, help me, Apostle. A man needs to have a job.
He does.
He does.
Ladies, stop taking care of these boys. I don't care how he make you feel. I don't care how deep his voice is in your ear. You can find that. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what I told my daughter. They like buses. They come every 15 minutes.
Hey, Don.
Every 15 minutes. A man needs a job.
Yes, he does.
He
And
does.
you can make a promise to yourself. You don't need all his promises.
Ooh, that's the
That's
truth.
the truth right there, for real.
You know you have what he considered a man boy when he treats you inferior to all the other women in his life.
Oh, see? That's the problem.
That you're not interested in me.
Mm-mm.
I mean, you don't have to make me Lady Godiva.
Hmm.
Inside joke. You don't have to make me Lady Godiva.
We'll keep it right there.
But I need to be a priority and not an option.
No job. The Beverly Lynn still said, no job, he don't eat.
That's what I'm saying, Bear.
Yeah.
You also know that he's a man boy when he has unreasonable high expectation. Let me go back to the job. How you gonna have high expectations in my house on my couch?
No, that's not gonna work. That's not going to
You don't
work.
have no expectations.
Oh, not just on my couch, riding around in my car until you drop me off.
No, you're not dropping me off. See, that's my point. I'm not being dropped off.
Wait,
Come on now.
Cynthia Hill said, I keep my promises to me. I know you
That's
listen.
right. You
I
make
know
your
you
promises.
chill. I know you do. I know you do.
Unreasonable high
Hey,
expectations.
Quenisha, hey, sweetie. Hey.
High expectations. How do you have high expectations for a woman that you're not even meeting yourself as a man? Y'all better come on. Y'all can say more than high. Who does that? And where do they do that at? How do you have expectation for me up here and then you down here? Shouldn't expectations match? Y'all
It
better
should
come on.
be- it should be
Men, I
big
need
enough.
you to say something.
Come on, man. I need for you to say something about how
help
this
these
goes.
single women out. What should they look for in a man who claims he may be interested in them? Whatever you write, we're gonna say, unless you say don't say that. We're gonna say it because we have some women who really desire to be in a relationship, but have never been in a good one and don't really know how don't even know what to look for. They don't know how to even have a standard for a man.
No.
Right.
When you have seen men in your life not meet certain standards, if that's all you've seen, then that's all you know, and then that's what you choose.
Cynthia Hill said, "You have no place in my home or my car or my pocket, and all you bring to the table is an appetite." Yeah.
And she's not just talking about food. All right. We're going to get to that too. In chapter 2, he just talks about just being a boy. At some point, men need to grow up. Women too.
Yeah.
We need, listen, if we grow up, then we'll have an expectation. If we become women, we'll attract men.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And not just any man.
Well, you attract who you are.
That is so true. Ooh, that is so true.
If you are about your business, a man who's not about his business won't even try to holler at you. He already know. But we always got the one in the royal blue suit who just want to talk to everybody.
Oh Lord! And I just
keep it moving.
That's another inside joke. Y'all have to call Pastor Leslie Cook about that. With the electric blue suit, talk to everybody in the room. That's the one that just don't take no for an answer from nobody. You always have one of those. But the average man, okay, I see a long something written right there.
Quenisha, hey baby, she said, "There's no man staying with me and don't work and will not drop me off at work."
I know you.
That's the truth, honey.
You my daughter and you don't even know.
That's the truth.
That's right. That's why I say no man dropping me off, baby. I'm a roll in my own car. I'm gonna drop myself off. I'm gonna get off of work. I'm gonna walk to my car, and it's gonna be what it is.
So one thing that I read in the book that is so true just throughout. A man is going to treat you the way you allow him to treat you.
And we teach people how to treat us. We teach people how to treat us. Whatever you allow, that's what he's going to do. And listen, even though we're talking about men, it's the opposite for you men. Because women, we could be something too. It just happens that he's writing this book to women, but there is a flip side. You have some good men looking for good women, and some of us need to grow up and get ourselves together and bring something to the table. One of the things that I have taught my spiritual daughters in this, and I stand by it. When you have something to bring to the table, you can choose. And it don't necessarily have to be finances. It's a matter of knowing who you are. When I come to this relationship, I bring something to this relationship. I bring something to complement you. You complement me. God completes us, but we complement one another. When I come to the table knowing who I am, when I come to the table knowing what I can bring, when I come to the table knowing what I am capable of bringing, then I don't have to settle for less than who I am.
That's right.
And that's not being uppity. That's not being too choosy. That's not being
persnickety and bougie.
Yes, that's not.
Just call me bougie. I'll buy the T-shirt.
Okay, all right.
It is what it is.
It just, she know who she is and what she wants.
And that's any woman. Any man.
Yeah.
When a man comes to the table, I hope he owns the table. I want to come to a table that's already sitting there. I don't want to build it, but I'll build upon it. When he brings his table, he's looking for a woman gonna say, okay, this is my table. I done built this table. I sort of started without you to give us a foundation. I need to know, can you work with me from here?
Can you help?
What can we build from here? That's the attitude that we need to have when we're going into relationships.
Yes.
Relationships should have a purpose. We should be dating to marry. I do not have time to date 50 men. I just don't. I don't even want to. I have a purpose. That's why I'm selective. I don't want my time wasted. I'm 25. Oh, God help me. Y'all pray for me. I don't want my time wasted.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever I do, it has to have purpose. I'm not saying everything work out
Yeah.
But I should start out believing that this needs to have a purpose. This needs to be going somewhere. I don't just want to be going to get something to eat. I don't just want to be going to the movies for the sake of going to the movies. I want this to be about me getting to know you and you're getting to know me. And I pretty much will know in about a month's time if you really want to get to know me, or you shucking and jiving and you got something else. You got a whole nother agenda for my life. Let me tell you, I see your agenda. I'm bold enough to tell you about it.
You better say it.
Now, some women won't be, but I'm 25. I don't have time
Listen
to pull no punches. I wish I could get an amen right about now. I don't have time. We don't have time to pull punches.
You know what you want, and you know when a man comes across you like, no. But you truly know what you want in a man. You really do know. There's no more 25 thinking or 30 thinking. This is like, okay, listen here. I'm at a good age in my life. If you're not ready for me, walk away, or I'll walk away. I don't have time for it.
He brings. We're not doing all 40 points, but he gives 40 valid points. And when I first started reading, I'm like, what is this mess gonna be right here? What is this gonna be about? How he gonna pull this off? How he gonna put all this together? But he did. And it was awesome. And he didn't point fingers. He just stated matter of factly, this is what it is. This is why it is. If you have not had an opportunity to read this book, once again, it's called He's Not That Interested. He's Just Passing Time by Bruce Byron. Can you type that in for them so they can see it? It is really a good book.
It really
I would give it 4.5 stars. I would. It is for you singles, especially single women. He gives very good information. Very good information. In the 3rd chapter, he talks about games men play to get their way.
That is so. Woo.
I learned a lot about that in my 20s. One of the things that he said is sex is the only reason that he comes around. If that's the only reason that he come around, I need you to put that joke up on the curb.
We only see you on payday.
Oh, yeah, on your payday.
Yes,
not his,
yours.
on yours. Those things, some of us, if you worth more than a booty call.
Tell the truth. Let's dig right there.
You're worth more than that. You worth more. You just worth more than that. Your value is higher than that. And if that's the only time he come around, I need him to be out on the curb.
Quickly.
When he criticizes every single thing you do, the little stuff, just nitpicking, your earrings, your glasses, the socks you have on today.
He's seeing somebody else.
Not necessarily seeing somebody else, but he's not interested. So he's doing little things to push you away.
Or he can. What I read a little bit more deeper in the book is, when a man tries to fix you, he wants you to change the way your hairstyle is, or change the way you dress. It's something in him that wants you to fit perfectly in his world, where he doesn't have to change.
Now, I want to say something on that. If you met me with my natural hair, see, this is natural. You met me with my gold lips. You met me with my long nails. You met me, I wear a size 16. That's what size I wear right now. I'm working on 14. I'm just about there. This is how you met me. Anybody who know me know I like jewelry. So you met me with my big jewelry on. You met me with my high heels on. You met me with these glasses on. Don't be coming to ask me to get laser surgery on my eyes because you don't like glasses. Because when you met me and you started dating me, this is what it was.
You saw me in this when you met me.
So why are we tripping now? Why all of a sudden I got to spend $200 every month for hair down my back.
Because he wants you to make what he desires or what's already in him.
You met me with the nappy look. I was cute then. Now I'm not 3 months, 4 months
So
down
now
the
you
line.
man, miss me.
When you met me, we had book club. I went to book club. Now all of a sudden, I shouldn't have time for book club. When you met me, I was going to church. Now all of a sudden, that shouldn't be for me because you have things you want to do with me. Come on, women.
Exactly. Now let me give you a little story about this person. I was talking to someone that was older than me. I said, "Hey, Michelle, just let's see how the older game rolls." He could not deal with the fact that I was in ministry, that I was involved in book club, and he would text me and say, "Well, I want some time with you, and you need to spend." I said, "Hey, I told you what my life was about." He got really, really, really upset with me. I had to cut that loose. If you can't deal with me by the way I live, I would never say, "Okay, well you don't fit in." But if I'm telling you from the beginning that I have this going on in my life, why get mad when I'm doing what I've told you that I've been doing for a long time? I let that go because that's immaturity. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that.
We ain't got no men saying nothing.
No, it's all the women. Cynthia been really talking.
Cent, I'm praying for you.
And she has said quite a few things. Absolutely. You will never meet his standard. There will always be something new. You're right.
Right.
You're right.
Why are you trying to change me? I am who I am already.
Don't get mad.
How about the every time we have an argument, you threaten to leave me.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put lipstick on that. I'm just gonna. Y'all, come on, talk to me about that. Every time we have a disagreement, you leaving.
You leaving. Oh, that's it. I'm done. I ain't got to put up with this no more. Whoo, wait.
That's the games that's being played.
Games. Exactly.
Today, the relationships don't last. People don't work at their relationships anymore. They come with this not what I signed up for. Well, what do you think a relationship is about? It's about learning each other's lives. It's not just about going out drinking or whatever you're going to do in your relationship, or laying up on the sheets, or in the bar somewhere, wherever your pleasure is. It's not about that all the time. What about getting to know the person? You don't work at relationships anymore.
Well, that's because a lot of us come from we are a product of broken relationships.
Yeah.
And so some of us have not seen a whole lot of good relationships.
That's true.
And so we don't realize that it takes work in a relationship. It is not always smooth sailing. Relationships is, like you say, it's not about all the dating. It's about the unmade beds when you marry. It's about the dishes in the sink. It's about my breath don't smell good in the morning. It's about a lot of things. And when we're working towards that, I like to ask the question, what did you sign up for? What did you what are you signing up for? What were your expectations of the relationship? It amazes me, and I'm not saying we know everything about a person, because you really don't know them until you live with them, and even in that, you're still getting to know them even more. What are you signing up for? What did you even talk about? I think we need to have serious conversations, and not all that diddly squat talking, all that vain talking. We, if we're gonna call ourselves dating, we're gonna have serious conversations. What I like, what I don't like, what I will accept, what I won't accept, and it won't just be me talking. I want to know what he likes and what he doesn't like.
Exactly.
What is a deal breaker for him? You know. I'd like to know all of that. I think a lot of time we try to use dating fun, to be doing something, to fill up time, to fill up space in our life. And if that's you, you have the wrong idea about relationships. And that's probably why one really never works out for you. The 4th chapter, and it was over before it began.
Wow.
How'd it be over before it began?
Because sometimes it's just really like that.
When he gets mad when you leave stuff at his place. Now that's the oldest trick in the book.
Yes,
that women play.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to leave something at your place. See, I'm OCD. I'm funny acting. Okay. All my stuff going with me, because I'll be sitting at home talking about I left my beret.
Exactly.
And that's the beret I'm wearing tomorrow.
Yeah, but I understand that. I do. I really do.
When he disrespects you in front of others, that's a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
When a person disrespects me in front of people just because they feel they can.
Okay.
That's an open door and a deal breaker. I won't talk about the open door, but it's an open door and a deal breaker.
What they call showboating in front of their friends or family. Don't showboat on me. That's not nice. It won't be nice.
I think y'all should ask some folk who have showboated on me about my responses about showboating.
Nice response.
That's that open door. That's the possum in me. You need to let it just sleep. Let it go. It ain't bothering nobody. Don't bother it. When he cheats or prioritizes other women above you, cheating is a deal breaker. Now ladies, let me say this. I gotta scratch my forehead here. If a man tells you he is dating other people, you have a decision to make.
Right there.
I hope it's the right one. We have to stop saying, well, we just dating, so he just doing. No. No. If we're dating, then I need to be the only one that you're dating. If a man tells me I'm going to continue to see other people, I'm going to tell him to continue to see other people. He has that right to see other people. He just won't be seeing me.
Exactly.
That's right.
Once again, it go back to what we said earlier. Men will say what they mean, and they mean what they say. And we sort of turn it around and justify it and make it what we want to hear.
Yeah, because in your mind, it's something totally different. You're hearing something totally different. Especially a woman when she wants that man. Her even when he says it, that it doesn't process as them seeing other women.
I don't want a man who don't want me.
I don't want that. Listen, I've always said, now this is me.
What y'all say on this here?
I am not in the habit
Facebook
of
Live.
keeping a man that don't want to be
Do you want
kept.
a man or a woman who don't want you? Because that's a lot. That's a hard work.
It is.
It is.
That's hard work.
And that's oh my God, no.
If he doesn't want your input, influence, or support, he's just not that interested in you. He don't want you to tell him nothing.
No.
He don't want you to give no advice. And he don't want you really to support what he's doing. That's if you know what he's doing. He's just not that interested.
I'm always telling you, you just don't understand.
I think some of us really do understand. We just justify some things. We are willing to accept some things sometimes for the sake of saying.
Yeah.
I have a girlfriend, or I have a boyfriend, or I dating somebody. I just think that we should see our value.
Yes. I
think we should see our value. So overall, what did you think about the book, Prophetess Michelle?
Some of the things I knew, in the book, some things just added more. It gave me more like, okay, wait But some things I found about myself that was in the book too now. Some things that I shouldn't be doing, or some of the things I overdid. But it really did inform me. It allowed me to know where I stood as a woman and where I'm not crossing over just to receive a man. That's not happening.
What about you, Elder Phillips? I know y'all can't see her face, but she said she wasn't going to be doing much talking, but she talking.
It gives me a different perspective on how to view a relationship. Unless you know within your knowing that this is the one, ladies, just treat the first meeting, just treat it as a casual acquaintance,
exactly.
Casual meeting until you talk about or discuss or you know for certain that the relationship is going somewhere. I have been in your shoes where the guy has been nice and cordial and respectful, and in my mind, he likes me.
Yeah.
And he wants to be with me. No, that wasn't the case. He was just taught how to treat a woman. So I want us to take the time to seriously think about what we want and what we want in a man, what we want out of a relationship, period. Every relationship is not to be a relationship.
That's the truth.
Some of them are just there to maybe for a season. Everybody's not going to be in your life.
Just
Every
to
man
teach
that comes
you
in, every man that comes in your life is not supposed to stay all the time. Don't make him a boyfriend or think of him as a husband. Check his background. Do him a deal. Run a check on him.
And watch how he treats his mother.
Right.
Exactly.
What? It's a real good telltale sign. I mean, it don't tell everything. But if he's respectful and he honors his mother, then he'll respect and honor you.
Yeah.
True.
How does he act in crowds? How does he act around your family? Maybe the first time he might be a little shy. But find out those things first. You don't want the brother to flip the script on you.
Oh, how about when a man don't even want to meet your family?
See?
Ooh, it's time.
He's not interested.
Listen, back up.
He's be careful, don't hurt yourself. I know this. Okay, be careful. I know. He's not interested. If he doesn't want to meet your family, people who are very important to you, your friends, your family, he's not interested. And if he does not take you, listen, friends and family is important to most men. Now, we got some instances where folk like, I don't want nobody to meet my family because they off the chain. I understand. I understand that. I got outlaws. Amen. So I understand that. But for the most part, if he never takes you around his friends or his family, that's just sent off some red flags. He don't want to introduce you to anybody. Okay, can we talk about the man who will come and visit you or let you visit him, but he never takes you anywhere?
Ooh,
he's not that interested. Why am I always the one cooking? We need to go out. Wait, why are we always watching TV, movies? We need to go out somewhere.
Why do you always come at nighttime? We don't go nowhere, but you're there at nighttime.
I work at day, so you can't come but to the evening but tonight.
What about the holidays?
Yeah, he should take you somewhere on the holidays. He should put, or she should put too, an effort and some, surprise me sometime. Surprise me sometime. It's the little things.
Yeah.
The little things that matter. It's the little things that let us know a man is or is not interested. And we're going to close this segment out with just saying, know who you are. Know your value. You have value. Don't accept anything for the sake of having somebody. It's not worth the time. So I give this book a 4.5. What you give it?
I give it a 5.
Give it a 5. 4.5 with 5 being the high. So it's 2 4.5s and a 5. We're not gonna be Cisco Ebert, and I don't know who the third person is. So we're not doing thumbs up. before we go into the discussion for the next book, I want to talk about the December challenge. I got this from my sister. That's why I asked, did she get herself on? Okay, that's all right. The December challenge. So we're gonna state this tonight. The December challenge is to invite someone to the December book club. You got a calendar on your phone?
Yes.
When is the next book club meeting? On the third Friday. To invite someone to December book club. And when they come on, they have to say that you invited them. And we're going to count, all the invitations of who invited who.
That's the 14th.
Is that the 14th? That's the third Friday?
1, 2, 3, yes.
Okay, so December 14th. Friday, December 14th.
No,
that's the 21st.
That's the 21st.
21st?
Mm-hmm. 21st.
Okay, 21st. So Friday, December 21st. To invite someone to the December book club. And when they come on, get on, they have to say, Apostle Pearl invited me. And we're going to count all the people. Apostle Pearl invited all the people. Elder Phyllis invited. If they don't say it, it don't count. Mm-hmm. They have to say that you invited them. Mm-hmm. And when you do this, when we do the count, later on that evening, you will win January's books.
All right.
Okay.
So we will inbox you to get your address, so we'll know where to marry. Lord have mercy. Where to send January's books, and you should get them within the next week. All right. So that is the December challenge. Invite somebody to book club. I've already started.
Okay.
For the month of December. Also in the month of December, we're going to have Virtuous Divas red t-shirts because we're celebrating the Christmas holidays. I will post some information about the t-shirts within the next week or so, so that you can get your Virtuous Divas t-shirt for the holiday. And then of course we'll have other Virtuous Divas t-shirts. Our color is hot pink. I think that's a good color. But for December 21st, we'll be wearing red. And if when you order your t-shirts, we want you to take a picture of you in your t-shirt so we can post it on the page, and we can post it on our goodreads.com Virtuous Divas book club. So take a picture of yourself in the t-shirt, and we would truly appreciate it. The books for the month of December is Loving Your Husband Even Before You Have One by Kim Vollendorf. I'm going to have them type that in. And the second one is The Four Agreement by Don Miguel Ruiz. So, you know me, I'll have it posted up on the Apostle Tina Pearl page. You can also find it on my Instagram, tpearl67, and on Goodreads. So you'll be able to see what those books are. Once again, it's Loving Your Husband Even Before You Have One by Kim Vollendorf, and we're going to type it in tonight before we leave. And The Four Agreement by Don Miguel Ruiz. I believe those are going to be some good books. For the month of January, we get ratchet in January. I told y'all from the beginning, this is not a Christian book club, but the women in it love God.
Yes, yes, Lord.
But we getting ratchet in January. We going urban. Somebody say urban. I'm trying to do all genres. I like urban fiction. So these are the books that you could possibly win if you get enough people invitees to December book club. And the book is Pregnant by My Mother's Husband. You can't get no more ratchet than that. Pregnant by My Mother's Husband by Lynette King. We're going to be talking in December, but we're really going to be talking in January. And the second book is A Reservation for One by LaShawn Vassar. So those are the two books that you could possibly win if you have enough people that you invited to the book club. And we're going to type those things in so that you have it. Once again, that's December 21st at 7:30. Invite them to come and listen to us discuss at those two books. But I can't wait to January because I won't talk about Pregnant by My Mother's Husband. I also want to I told you about the t-shirts. You know, I told y'all I got to write stuff down or I forget. All right. We're going to be doing Cups Up. We're going to start tonight. Well, Michelle don't have a cup, but me and Phyllis does. Next book club, she going to have a cup. We're going to be doing Cups Up. We're going to be doing it at the beginning of the book club. And all we want to know is what's in your cup. Don't y'all go crazy on me. Don't do it. Don't do it. In my cup, what was the name of this?
That's stress relief tea.
I have stress relief tea. My cup is up. That's what I'm drinking. What you got, Phil?
Ginger tea.
Ginger tea. Her cup is up. Now, y'all know normally I have coffee, but tonight I wanted tea. Next month, I'll probably have coffee, and I'll tell you what flavor and where I got it. But this is stress relief tea because I work with black people. White people, Hispanic people, and Asian people, just people. I work with them, and today was a day. So Cups Up, that's what we'll be saying, Cups Up. And so we'll be doing that every month. All we just want to know is what's in your cup as we talk, woman to woman, woman to man. What's in your cup? What's helping you get through this book club and talking about these books? Don't y'all go crazy on me. All right. That's all. Just don't go crazy on me. All right. Once again, we're not a Christian book club, but the women in it love Jesus.
Amen.
That's all I'm saying. You grown. I got you. Just don't go crazy on me. All right. The next book that we're going to discuss, I couldn't wait to get to this book. Because we read the book and then we watched the movie.
Yeah.
By Angie Thomas. The Hate You Give. What you think about that book?
Oh, Lord. That book, I took my time to read the book. I like the book because it spoke a lot to me. Some things in my heart, some things in my mind. And it allowed me to reevaluate some things in myself. Can I say this? It made me draw closer to the black men and to the black women and to our children. It hit me to the point where I'm like, I want to protect them. I want to protect everybody. It also let me know how much hate is really in this world. I mean, we see it, but you know, when you actually take time to read a book and then you see the movie and you know what's really going on in the world, it does a lot to you. I was mad. I was angry. I was upset. I was in tears. I was very joyful. It had me all over because it really hit home. It really hit home just for the black people, our race, our people, the communities, the children, the young adults, and you know the schools. And it really hit me. This is a book that I bought, and I think I'm going to go back and reread it. Some books I do, some books I don't, but this book, you know, it really made me think. You know, my mind and my heart is so with our people, but it allowed me to come closer, to be more sensitive to our issues. Not just because of some things that we shouldn't be doing, but the things that we do that is right, and we still get trodden down for it. Like there's no life in black people. There's no worthiness in black people. It really took a toll on me. I took my time to really read this book. It's good though.
What about you?
I love the fact it taught me that we do still have men out there that teach their children.
Mm-hmm.
They raise them, especially with what they had to go through. He was raising his kids with what he had to deal with. And he let them, and because they lived what he was saying, made it all just that much more important. It was a eye opener, and it opened the girl's eyes to, Dad, my dad said this, and I'm really seeing it. I believe it hurt her to see what her dad was actually saying come to pass. It angered her because she had a voice, but it meant nothing. What she said, all the talk she did, it still didn't help the cause. To us, it did, because she voiced her opinion. She voiced what was going on. But to those in authority, it meant nothing. And she got a chance to see sometimes my voice is not going to be heard, regardless of what I say.
It pissed me off.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it like I was so. Now let me say what I mean. The book is good, but what she was writing about pissed me off. I was so angry, and it is going on now. It has gone on in the past. Yes, he was teaching his children some quotes from Malcolm X, from his By Any Means Necessary speech. He had been teaching it to them since they were young children.
Hey, Miss Jackie.
Hi, Miss Jackie.
Hi.
I am saddened at the state of affairs when it comes to our black men
Exactly.
and police officers.
Exactly.
In the book, they didn't have this conversation really, but in the movie, she was asking her uncle, who's a black man and an officer, about why is it the way that it is. And she asked him a question. If it was, she said, if it was you and it was a white boy instead of a young black boy, what would you have done? And basically, he was just saying, things happen. Things happen. It may not be a good thing, but sometimes somebody loses their life. But her point was, but you would have given a white boy a chance to live, and you strip us of our chance. In the book as well as the movie, he was reaching for his brush. He didn't give any indication that he was going to do anything. He was compliant with the officer until the officer told him to get out the car. And then he asked him, why did I have to get out? And the officer sort of pulled him out. But outside of that, he was compliant. He was a little mouthy, but compliant nonetheless. I have seen videos, and we know it's true. If we look like we have a weapon, we don't stand a chance. And then, and at the end of the movie, they said it, and even at the end of the book, she said, but when your weapon is your color, then what do you do?
Come on now.
When you're going to be shot down based on your color, you see my color as a weapon, then how can I really have a defense? It just made me so. I mean, when I read about it, I get angry. But I've seen them talk down white men with guns in their hands.
Yes. But they're taught to shoot to kill us.
But shoot to kill.
They're no longer. It used to be a time they would wing us. shoot us an arm or a leg. But now they're taught to shoot to kill.
Yeah.
Without, they're taught to fear the black man because of what they surmised in their minds that we're capable of, and they're delusional.
Well,
they're delusional about the black man.
I believe this: if you are that afraid, then you need not be an officer.
Trigger happy cops.
It is what it is, and I'm not saying every shooting is not justified, because there have been some justified shootings. We're not gonna say every shooting is not justified, because that would not be the truth. But for those that we know, like Tamir Rice, how does a child threaten you? Really? You get out shooting? How? 12 years? What?
Yeah.
Come on now.
And all that
and then there's no repercussions. And I believe part of it going on as long as it has is because there's no repercussions behind the act. None. Like the gentleman that was killed in his apartment.
Oh
yes.
You couldn't make him out as no thug. He didn't have no thug life.
She went in his apartment.
Went in his apartment
and killed him.
See, some of this stuff, the underlining tone is racism. Bottom line,
it is. It really is.
Bottom line, it is the bottom line.
It is.
And I'm going to say this, and I said this to you all as we were watching the movie, and we are known to march. We will march in a minute.
Yes.
Marching is fine. But our Caucasian fellow man is not worried about us marching. He's not worried about us marching. He worried about where you spending your money. Cut his money off, and you will get his attention.
Yeah.
I was telling them, I was saying the man who owned Walmart, he don't care about your marching. But don't shop at Walmart. He gonna be like, why they marching?
Right. I gotta go see what's going on.
I gotta see what's going on. Because they marching, but they ain't coming here.
They're not coming here. Exactly.
Economically,
We could break them.
we could shut down Wall Street.
Yeah.
As a people. When they were marching in the 60s, when they stopped spending their money on the bus, when they stopped riding the bus, when they made it up in their mind that they were going to walk, and the carpool and the bus company wasn't going to get any money, then the bus company could not operate. You want to know what the owner of the bus, why they marching? See, prior to that, he didn't care nothing about no march.
As long as you pay your money.
Pay your money. If we want to cripple them, if we really want to be heard, we need to vote. And get them ones out of there who don't care about us marching out of office.
Okay.
That's the truth.
Your voice matters. And that was one of the things that the lady that was leading the protest, her lawyer was saying, your voice matters. But it's a matter of where you use your voice. You can't just be talking. Your voice matters in your vote. Your voice matters in your finances. I'm telling you, this was such a good book. The movie stayed really close along the lines of the book. They didn't veer off too much. They sort of left out a few characters that were in the book that that wasn't necessarily in the movie, but them leaving them out didn't take away. She addressed a lot of social issues. Listen, this woman even got a workbook.
Yes, she does.
It's a lot of things around just this book. I commend her for writing The Hate You Give. Now, y'all, anybody who know me know I'm a Tupac fan from Thug Life. I just commend her. She has so much like their names. The father said, I gave you your names. Your names mean something. It's a reason that I named you what I named you. But as I was reading the end of her book, she was saying it was a reason that she named it Garden Heights. It was a reason that everybody had the name that they had, even the gangs. why they had the name. The Garden Heights was supposed to be a representative of those that were growing up in a concrete place. But it could be life in a place that death is. That they were part of the garden. If you know anything about a garden is life. But a ghetto or a project, it's built with concrete, and life can spring out of that. In the movie, they didn't move, but in the book, he got his family out of, and a lot of people. I was born here, I live here, I'm gonna die here. But sometimes you gotta make a move, and there's nothing wrong with that, and that don't mean you lose your voice in that community. I grew up off of 93rd, but when I became an adult and I started having children, I got away from there. I wanted something better for my children. It didn't mean that we were bougie. We just wanted something better for our children, and there's nothing wrong with that. It don't mean I lost my heart from where I'm from. I moved all the way to South Carolina, but I know I'm from the 216, and I let them know that on a daily basis. Listen, when they start acting crazy, I be like, I'm not from here. I'm not from here. I don't handle business like 803 do. I'm from the 216, and we are a whole different breed of people. Even with a smile, baby. Even with a smile.
We don't want to do that.
But I really like the book, and I'm like you. I'm gonna go back and I'm going to reread it. There's some things that I learned just in her imagery. This is how she just described some things. I got a chance to cry. That book made me feel.
Yes, it did.
Not many books make me feel. I can sort of just read and be like, oh, this is nice. But this book made me feel. And it made me want to do something.
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to do. But I know if this is going to change in this country, then we can't stand by and just do nothing.
And say how pitiful the situation
right, and we just can't just keep saying how bad it is. And we're talking about the problem, but we're not being part of a solution. And so I want to be part of a solution. I am tired of seeing our sons. I have 3 sons. I have grandsons. I don't want my grandson afraid simply because he's black. I remember Eddie Jr. calling me. He was away at college, and he went to Tuscaloosa, to Stillman in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And I remember him calling me to tell me, Mom, they had me in the back of a squad car for 45 minutes. I said, why? He said, because they couldn't find nothing. I said, well, why did they pull you over? He said, because they felt I was in the wrong neighborhood. Basically driving while black.
That's all it is.
And they just assume that every young man, he got to be selling drugs. He got to have a record.
Exactly.
There has to be a warrant for his arrest. And with my son, it was none of that. 45 minutes. Who runs a nation, check?
For 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Somebody that wants something so bad.
And I told him, well, we just praise God that they just simply had you in the back of the car and nothing happened. Exactly. But I can imagine, listen to the men. Nobody will know that fear. Nobody but you. And it's a shame that we have to start talking to our children as they are young.
Oh, Father, yes.
We sort of send them mixed messages. Trust the police, but don't trust the police. to have that kind of conversation. I was watching a TV series, All American, and this young man, he was from the projects, and he moved in with his coach. The coach is married to an attorney. The children are mulatto. He was with the coach's son. The coach's son has a sports car, and the policeman pulled him over. He was a white officer, and the young man was just talking, and he was like, "I know my rights." He was just talking. And the other young man, who is from the projects, is like, "Just be quiet. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Stop talking. Just give him what he wants. Don't make any sudden moves." He's telling him what to do. But because his father didn't have that conversation with him, the police officer asked him to step out of the car. Y'all know what happened.
Yeah.
He slammed his head on the car. Then he went down to the sidewalk. The other officer made him get out, slammed him down to the sidewalk. The one who hadn't had the conversation, father had the conversation with him, he about lost it. He didn't know. And so this officer got his knee in his back, and he's moving, and he's considering that resisting arrest. And the young man from the projects just told him, "Look at me, focus, and breathe. Just keep your eyes on me. Stop moving. Just keep your eyes on me." When he got to, the father came and bailed, the coach came and bailed him out. He said, "Why haven't you had this talk with your son? Why haven't you had?" And he said, "I thought about us living out here,
He would be sad.
that he wouldn't have to deal with that." He said, "But he's a black man."
Exactly.
He said, "My mother started having this talk with me when I was 6 years old."
Yeah.
I think of my grandson,
Yeah.
who's 7.
Yes.
He said, "She started having this talk with me when I was 6. Where Star was from, they've been having that conversation since they were little.
Yeah, because he instilled that in them.
And he said, "And if you ever see me, just leave it. Don't say nothing. Just let them do. Don't you get in it." In the movie, at the end, when the officers came, when Mav and King were getting ready to fight, and the son took the gun out of the back, out of his back, and Mav was looking for his gun and couldn't find it, and the little boy pulled the gun and said, "Leave my daddy alone," which caused all the officers to focus on an 8-year-old because he had a gun,
And they would kill him.
and they was ready to kill him.
Yes, they were.
Not talk to him,
But kill him.
Kill him.
but kill him. And she stepped in front of him.
Yeah.
Star stepped in front of him. We got a long ways to go
That's the truth right there.
But we,
in America.
In America.
And we got 45 talking about he gonna make it great again.
No,
Okay, that's a whole nother, that ain't even a book.
no, you know.
But it's a whole nother
You
conversation.
are just dividing people and hate. Just hate.
If you have not read The Hate You Give, it is an awesome
Yes, it
book.
is.
If you have not seen the movie, go see the movie. I suggest read the book first and then go see the movie. But for those of you who don't read, you need a quick, go see the movie The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. It's going to enlighten you. It's going to make you think. We already know what's going on in America. We know as a people, we're frustrated, we're angered
Angry.
by it. Our hands are tied a lot of times. But there is something that we can do, and we just need to do it. We need to be part of the solution, not just talking about the problem. I give this book 5 + 5 stars. We didn't talk about it in length because it just is what it is. It's so much in this book. It is just so much. Once again, I applaud her for writing this
because she really
book.
wrote. She wrote on the level of a teenager that was really, really, really good. Really good. All the scare that Star had, all the emotions that she was feeling, even the emotions of her mother, the emotions of her father, the emotions of her brother. She wrote that, and you can feel everything. You can feel everything, and it was just a touching book.
And you know what else I liked about it? She let us see that black love still exists.
Yes, Lord.
She did.
Everybody not divorced.
Yes, she did.
Even when you have your ups and downs.
Even when you have your ups and downs.
And he had his own business.
He had his own
He was
business.
established.
And he was in the home. He was in the home.
And raising his children. And there are black men, there are more of them than not, who are raising their children.
That's
we
true.
only hear about the ones that don't, but they are raising their children. They are part of their children's lives. I applaud you, especially you single black men raising children by yourself. I applaud you. Every baby's daddy ain't no good. That's not the truth. We have some black men out there that love their children, that are raising their children. We have some black couples out there that understand what black love really is. They are not in the divorce court. They love, they are forgiving one another. They are loving on each other. I like how she portrayed him and Lisa's relationship, Mavs and Lisa's relationship. Every black young man ain't a thug. He not a crackhead or a drug dealer. We have some amazing young men who are about their business.
Yes.
They are in school. They are young entrepreneurs, and we don't applaud them enough because we tend to focus on the negative,
on what the media shows.
Oh yes, or what the media shows, and the media don't tell the truth all the time. So I just, if any of you ever just listen, if you got a nephew, cousin, uncle, tell them to just hit this part right here. We applaud you. There is nothing like our black men.
That's the
I would
whole
trade you in for the world. There's nothing like you. You are kings for real. And so that is going to conclude our book club for tonight. We thank you for joining us. We'll give you a few seconds. If you got any more comments, come on, comment. Give us, what is that, a thumbs up or a heart or something. Give us a few. Hey, Daryl, you got something to say before we go? Did you hear how long you been on? We've been looking for your men. You just getting on, Daryl.
Did you read the book? What's the book?
The Hate You Give.
The Hate You Give. Did you see the movie? I think you saw the movie, didn't you?
Well, it's good to see you. You got on a little late, but we glad to know that you tuned in. We was just applauding the black man. We want to give a shout out to you. And how's your playwriting going? You got a new play coming out anytime soon? Y'all need to go see one of his plays. Drive on. Well, you in California now. We can't drive. We got to get on the plane.
Just send me a movie. I can let people see it.
Did he write?
Oh, he said thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. But I give you a lot of praise, dear. Even though you know how we were raised, you are still with your daughter. You are still with your family. And I've always respected you for that.
Amen. And you love your wife. We already talked about that. If I could hit some thumbs up, I give you some thumbs up. So you see my two, I only got two.
Here.
2 thumbs up. She giving you some thumbs up. That's from me. Amen. Thumbs up. Glory be to God. It's good to see a black man with his wife, raising his children, treat his queen as she is supposed to be treated. Amen. So this concludes our book club. Once again, our next book club is Friday, December 21st. Don't forget the December challenge. If you invite somebody, the more you invite, and they get on and they say that you invite them, you stand a chance to win January's books. Let me say what their name was. Okay, for December, the books that we'll be reading is Loving Your Husband Even Before You Have One by Kim Vollendorf, and The Four Agreement by Don Miguel Ruiz. And you can stand a chance to win your January books. If you invite somebody and they say, Apostle Pearl invited me, we counting. You get a chance. It's Ratchet January. Pregnant by My Mother's Husband by Lynette King. It's Ratchet. Did I say Ratchet? Ratchet January. Pregnant by My Mother's Husband by Lynette King, and A Reservation for One by LaShawn Vassar. We'll be putting those books up on the Apostle Tina Pearl page. We'll be putting them up on Goodreads.com. I'll be snapping a picture on my Instagram, T Pearl 67. We're going to try to get on YouTube as well.
Hey, Brian.
Hi, Brian. Why y'all getting on now? We get ready. Y'all so late. We start at 7:30.
I'm going to get y'all.
She gonna get y'all because y'all was supposed to be on. But get on for her next month so she can win these books. Y'all better help her out. We're gonna be doing challenges from time to time, and we're gonna be giving away great gifts, gift cards, everything, free T-shirts. Y'all men may not want to wear the Virtuous Divas,
but you want the books.
But if you win, we'll make sure that we'll have a gift befitting to you. In December, we're wearing Virtuous Divas red T-shirts. Friday, December 21st. 7:30, Hines family. 7:30. We start on time. We might be a minute late, but we start on time. Please tell somebody. Join us. I'm gonna get them folk for Amazon. I'm gonna win these books. Y'all better come on. I'm on a roll. I'm talking to people that don't even read.
Right. I'm telling y'all.
But you gonna get on that day and you gonna listen and you gonna tell them that I invited you. I want you to be blessed. I want you to be encouraged.
So Jill is 3 hours behind.
Oh, you 3 hours behind. Okay, but you can still get on. You can still get on. Just be on time. Not 7:30 your time. 7:30 our time. Where you at?
You can do that.
Where you at, girl? Come on now. Where you at? All right. We need men's input.
Yes.
We need men's input.
Yes.
We look for men to input. Keep us on our toes and tell us where we right or where we wrong and where we need to improve. We're not above improvement. But I want you to be blessed tonight. I thank you all for tuning in. Until the next time, be virtuous.
We love you.
God bless you. Love you.
Okay.
Somebody got to turn us off. I'm not even close. I'm not even close to my own phone. We just waving, but we still on. You got to hit finish right there in the corner.
Right here?
No,
right
over
over here.
there.